Welcome back to regular viewers, and if you're a first timer, stick around. I love cooking hacks. It's the use of convenienced and packaged foods to help in the cooking process. We all have busy lives. I also don't like the power-hungry things like an oven. I use the slow cooker, halogen, air fryer, induction hob, and the microwave. Let's see what we can do with those. If you like what you see today, please subscribe. Feel free to share and comment. I can be followed on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. See you there. Hey guys, so today we're going to be making some samosas. Really easy, really simple. Preparation time is probably about an hour and a half in total. That's because you have to leave the meat, the filling, to cool down. You need to let it cool because if you put it in the pastry warm, it will make the pastry soggy when you put it in the fryer. We're also going to be using the air fryer to make them and not actually deep oil. Right, so start by heating a pan, a heavy base pan, with some oil, just to get the oil up. In this, I have put some herbs and spices. So I've got some mustard seeds, whole, turmeric, ground cumin, and some mild chili pepper powder, chili powder. I've also got some oregano, parsley, thyme, and basil. So just chuck that in. And start cooking it. This will help it, it infuses the flavour in it. It brings the flavour out more. So you want to cook that for about a minute, till it's a paste. And then we're going to go with another one of my cooking hacks. We're going to be using tinned meat. Now there's nothing wrong with tinned meat. It still has its flavour, it's not like it used to be. I'm using a chicken and a white wine sauce with this one. Yes, the white wine sauce is not ideal, but it's the best I could get with this. Once it's in there with the spices, you won't necessarily taste the white wine, and anyway, the wine has cooked off. Right, that's good. Now, I have to say, it does sort of look like a bit like dog food when you first put it in. It doesn't look necessarily appealing, but the flavour is there, and it's perfectly fine for a filling of a samosa. And I'll just let all the spices, the flavouring that we've just cooked in there first, get into all the sauce mix. Reduce the sauce of the chicken slightly, because this is a bit of a wet tinned meat. So I'm going to cook the sauce until it reduces down, so it's not quite so liquidy, because that will not help the samosas either. You then also need to let this come down to room temperature. So that's why it takes a good 30 minutes or so to cool once you've cooked it. Now, also today I will be using bought pastry. This is you can get from any Chinese shop. There are specialist Chinese shops all over the place. Look for them online, you'll find one close to you. Go into there and you buy them. It's cheap. I think that was $1.99, $2.99 for 40 sheets. And it's actually spring roll paper, but we're going to be using it today to make samosas. Exactly the same stuff. It's instead of having to make the pastry, it's so much easier to buy it. You buy it frozen. Take it out to defrost for 2 hours beforehand, and it's fine. Tinned meat you keep in your cupboard, and you can pull this out and throw this together in an hour or so. Homemade samosas, you'll impress your friends. It's really quick and easy. If you have, now this, I'm going to be using the small ones today. You can actually get bigger ones, so double the size, which makes it a large samosa, obviously. If I was doing those, which I have done many times before, I would be putting a potato in with it as well, just to make the filling go a bit further. To that you get one large potato, dice it up quite small, put it in the microwave in a plastic bag, just to make sure that air can escape if it needs to. Put it in the microwave, 4 to 5 minutes, and your potato's cooked. Throw it in at this stage, and then you have potato. You can put in some frozen peas if you want at this stage. There we go. And that bolts up the filling, which means that you can get more samosas out of it. But as I say today, because I'm using the small pastry sheets, I'm not going to put any vegetables in this, so it's just going to be the meat. This is reducing down quite nicely now. If you buy these sheets of paper, they come with pastry, sorry, they come in packs of 40 or 30, and you don't use it all, don't throw it away, add a bit of moisture to it, wrap it well with cling film, perhaps twice, keep it in the fridge, they'll last perfectly fine for a couple of days, and then you can make spring rolls in a couple of days, or maybe some more samosas. I find with these samosas, when I make them, I have them, and then I'll have one, and well, that's nice, I'll have another, so I'll have another, and then I'll have another one, and then I'll have another, and eventually I've eaten a whole lot. Right, this is done. Nice, good. As I say, we leave this to cool down now. Like I said, it doesn't look that appealing at this stage, but you don't really need it to look appealing at this stage. So, now we get to assemble. I have some paste, which is made up of flour and water, which just glues the samosas together. I have my pastry sheets there. Keep them under a moist towel whilst you're working, because it dries them out. And obviously our mixture. So, let's start with the first sheet. Filo pastry is very thin, so it can tear quite easily, so you've got to be careful. Right. So you start off with your square. Fold your square halfways with the open ends to the bottom. Like so. Take the bottom left corner and just fold into a triangle. Like so. Get a bit of the paste, just run it at the edge, like so. Keeping your corners tight, fold that over. Now what you should have is in effect a square with lots of triangles on one side, like so. Get some more paste, and now we need to glue these additional sheets down. You need to do them separately. Like so. So you end up with that. Okay. If you lift it up and you split it, it opens a nice little pocket. Now say I'm doing mini ones. If you get the larger sheets, it does a nice size samosa. These ones are more like cocktail samosas. Push in. Now, so you've filled up your samosa. What you need now do is just paint the top part of the envelope and then the bottom half. Okay? Like so. Press it down and fold the bottom half up, making sure your corners are tight. Because if you don't have them sealed, when it's cooking it will leak out. So give it a squeeze and they're ready. There you go. Little tiny cocktail samosas. Keep cloths handy because you need to wipe down between sheets. Now I'll go through that again. So, fold in half, open ends down. Bottom left corner, folded to a triangle. Paste. Fold in half to create a square with triangles on top. Like so. And then paste bottom two sheets. And yes, I know it would be very tempting to just paste one of the sheets and stick them over because you think they're sticky. When they fry it, they won't stick. That sheet will come loose. Like so. Pat down and spoon in. Seal the envelope. When you place it to rest before you cook it, always put it down with the folded ends down. It just helps keep it in one place. So I'll show you that once more and then we'll jump ahead. Fold in half, open ends down. Bottom left to a triangle, paste, fold in half to a square with triangles on top. Paste the sleeves. When it cooks, the glue will, you won't flavour it, it doesn't do anything, so you won't, if you put a bit too heavy on it, don't worry. Open up, get the chicken, and paste. Seal the envelope. And leave to sit. Hey guys, so I've finished now. My spring roll paper, sprinkled a bit of water onto it, wrapped it well in cling film, in the fridge, and it'll be fine for a good week or so. I'm going to start now cooking the samosas in the air fryer. Little trick: if you put a slice of bread at the bottom, it soaks up any fat and oil that you've got that you're cooking with. I've got just a little liner. And here are my samosas that I have. They're quite dinky. I'm going to coat the underside first, because I'm going to cook them bottom up with a bit of oil. Now, I know I won't have enough space in the air fryer for all of these, so they'll be done in batches. Right, so let's see. How many can I get in here? Oh, I don't know, I might be able to get them all in. 2, 4, 6. Nah. Alright, so I'm going to do 10 to start off with. Okay, so now I've got them in there. We're going to cook them at 180 for, I'm going to say 6 minutes to start. And I'll see if they need to be turned at that stage. They may need finishing off on the other side. So, I'll see you in 6 minutes. Okay, folks, okay, so they're out the air fryer now. I put them in 6 minutes on one side at 180. Then flipped them over the other way and did it 3 minutes at 180. I had to do it in 2 batches because my fryer couldn't take both of them. So let's wait. Let's have a look. See what we've got. Okay. Oh, still a little hot. Nice. They're nicely stuffed. You can see the steam rising off them. Good flavour, nice crispy phyllo pastry. You could hear the crunch, I hope. Chicken is spicy. These are really good. These are really Moorish. I think these will be gone really quickly. Have a go at them. They're really easy. I hope yours turn out as well as mine. See you again, folks. Bye. If you like what you see today, please subscribe. Feel free to share and comment. I can be followed on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. See you there.